Hi everyone, today I'm going to do a tutorial on how I tint my eyelashes. Okay, so I'm going to show you everything that you need first and then I'll get on with it. So my brand of choice is a Praise, so it's a professional salon only brand really, but you can buy it off somewhere anywhere. So you need cream peroxide, which is 3%, only 3% because it's a tint on your eyes. Anything stronger and it'll probably burn your eyes. I really wouldn't recommend that. Just to add, also, I am not a qualified beauty therapist, and I don't claim to be either. So the instructions say that you use Vaseline, but a friend of mine that's Asian that used to use Vaseline all over her face told me that it creates excessive hair growth. So I will not be putting that under my eyes. So instead I use a cheap eye cream. This one is just a Liqueur Cuvée Royale one from Aldi, which suits me fine, not a problem. So you're going to need some Q-tips. You're going to need some cotton wool pads. You're going to need a shot glass or a dapping dish. My dapping dish broke, so I'm using a shot glass. Well, hey. So a lot of people will put cotton wool underneath their eyes, whereas I actually prefer to use a Rizzler. I find it a lot easier and a lot better to stick on. You might need an orange stick, which is what I like to sometimes go over the tint with and apply the tint with an orange stick. It's also helpful for mixing it as well. You're going to need a spoolie, just to make sure that your eyelashes are all in line and that there's no knots, lumps, nothing is untoward or whatever. And then finally, you're going to need a brush. So I like to use my Illamasqua angled eyeliner brush. It's just what I'm used to. It's what I feel gives me the best results, but you're welcome to use whatever it is that you have to hand. So basically, you've got your 3% peroxide and you've got your tint. So this tint's black. I prefer black on my eyelashes. I've got a brown and a dark brown as well, but they're mainly for my eyebrows. I will do a separate tutorial on how I tint and do my eyebrows another day, but they don't need it at the moment, so there's no point in doing it just for the sake of doing it. So yeah, you need to mix 2 centimetres to 10 drops of this. Now that's a bit vague, that is the instructions, that's a bit vague for me though. So basically it is a mix of 1 to 1. So 1%, 1/2, 3% peroxide, 10% vol, and then 1/2 is obviously your tint. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just going to take a minute and I'm just going to mix off camera. It won't be a second. Okay guys, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of the eye cream, just a very small amount, just around my eyes, just so something that the Rizzler can stick to, and also so I don't get any staining from the tint if any does overlap. I'm just going to have to keep on looking this way because this is where my mirror is. So you need to be careful not to get any on your actual eyelashes, just because the tint will not take over that, okay? So next up, I'm going to take a Rizzler, I'm going to stick it underneath my eyelashes, just like so. You could definitely use one of those things that people use to cut creases with and whatnot. Right, one eye, and here's the other. Needs to be underneath the lashes, obviously. So that is what your mix should look like. You're supposed to mix it and then immediately apply it. So I'm just going to mix it now and start applying it. The development time for this is 5 to 10 minutes. I always leave mine on for 10 minutes though. I won't make you sit there with me for 10 minutes while I do that though. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, so that's pretty nicely mixed now. It should look something like that. So it's best to start on your bottom lashes. So that's what I'm going to do. Just being very gentle. Just careful not to catch your skin because like it will stain like mad. Like I say, I'm not professional, so don't expect a professional job. If you do catch your skin a little bit, it doesn't matter too much. But really, you want it on the Rizzler. This isn't a professional job, it's just what I do at home to save myself money. That's nicely applied, coated, and then move on to the top lashes. So I like to start from the underneath first. If you do get any in your eye, it does sting a little bit. It says to rinse it with water, but sometimes I just bear with it and just put up with it. So you're going to go right from the root and outwards. Right from the root and outwards, slide. It's It's such a satisfying thing to do, to tint your own eyelashes. I love it. It's something that I've done religiously for a long time. And then I'll close one eye and you go downwards on the top of the lashes. Just like that. Make sure you get all those little hairs because that will make them show up like beautiful. All the ones that were invisible before will not be. I think that this is a blue-black tint, this one. I don't mind either way really, blue-black or just a black. I prefer black on my eyelashes because it just shows up a little bit better. So now I've just caught my eye a little bit. Not that I'm not bothered. It does wash off quite easily, which isn't that much of a problem. So you want to make sure you've got a nice even application. Not too heavy, not too light. Wherever it touches it will stain though, just be aware of that. Got a little bit in my eye, but oh well. Right, so anywhere that you have just caught, just take a Q-tip and just remove that tint. Okay guys, I'm going to let this sit for 10 minutes and then I will come back and remove it for you, okay? See you in 10. Okay guys, 10 minutes elapsed. I'm just going to take it off now and let you see the finished result. So I like to use a dry cotton pad first and then I like to go over it with a wet one and then again with a dry one just to make sure it's all off. Really, you only need to use a dry one, but I just don't like having things in my eyelashes for elongated periods of time. Right, so you can leave your Rizzlers on for the moment, but I just go for it. One Rizzler off. Give them a quick wipe around, make sure there's nothing on them. As dry as you can. Right, whip that Rizzler off. Nearly a finished product. Just be careful not to get any in your eyes when you're rubbing it off. This is not the right way to rub it off, obviously. If I was doing it on somebody else, I would take a bit more care, but since it's me, I'm not that bothered. And then I like to just get 2 Q-tips and just go like this and just make sure it's all off. Poke myself in the eye with it, just help it on. Make sure there's nothing on the waterline. If you have missed anywhere, if you've got any tint on anything, on any of your skin, it will come off with time, or you can just use something oil based and it'll come off quite nicely with that. Just where I've caught underneath my waterline, underneath my bottom eyelashes, but no biggie, nothing that can't be sorted. Just give them a quick wipe over once again. Do a little bit with the Q-tip, just until you can see nothing on the Q-tip. You don't want anything to, well, I don't want anything to be coming off on the Q-tip dark. Notice there's nothing underneath. Okay, I didn't need the orange stick this time. Sometimes I'll go over and put it on a little bit thicker with an orange stick, but not this time. So I just like to go over them with a spoolie, just to admire my handiwork, see what's what with them. Yeah, not a bad job. I'm pretty happy with that. You can't really see much of a difference on this camera, but oh well, until I get a better one that I'll have to do, I will post before and after pictures. And I will also do a review of, well, I'll show you how I do my eyebrows basically. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and just remember, if you do follow my example and do this, you do it at your own risk. I'm not a beautician and I'm not giving you advice like a beautician would. I'm just doing what I do. Okay guys, thank you. Bye.